What's up, bro? You keep making the same mistake over and over again. You keep failing, feeling the pain, understanding why you made that mistake. You understand why you should be better, how to be better, but you're not. You go on this streak of being better. You feel amazing about yourself, and then suddenly it just all goes away because you make the same mistake again. And I'm going to tell you why this keeps happening. Sometimes you can even take accountability for your mistakes. You can implement new systems and you'll still eventually come back to it. It's because you forget. No matter how hard you try, the human superpower is forgetting. If humans remembered, if they really remembered how they felt, we'd stop having kids and we'd stop having wars. The shame of defeat doesn't last forever. And that's a good thing because it means you can get back to it, take the lesson, move on. But it's a bad thing because you can forget why you're not supposed to make that mistake in the first place. This happens a lot with people that are trying to quit stuff like porn. Definitely happened to me. Sometimes I'd even go weeks, months without it. And then right before I relapse, I'd even know in the moment, like, this is gonna fuck me up. Like, I knew that these little few seconds of instant gratification are gonna make me feel less confident for days, even weeks. But I did it anyway. And the reason is because I didn't fully remember how much it can affect you. Same can be said for drug addicts, same can be said for any type of addiction. The human superpower is forgetting you. Do that thing again. Maybe you go out drinking, you have a terrible hangover, you say, I'm never gonna ever drink again. And then by next week you're doing it. The reason you keep making the same mistake is because you're not reminding yourself enough. Sometimes even when you have physical reminders, even then, you still don't fully remember. If you want to stop making the same mistake, and by the way, sometimes, like I said in my last video, you have to make the same mistake 10, 20, 100 times before you can fully be free from it. But if you really want to be on the right track for stopping, you need two things. No, you need three things. Accountability, willpower, and reminders. Number one, accountability. This ties into number three. The accountability is not sitting there saying, I know I was in the wrong, I fucked up. That's responsibility. Accountability is doing something about it. Accountability. Implement things. Try new tactics so that it won't happen next time. Actually try and learn from your mistakes. I know it doesn't feel good. You want to move on, you want to cope, you want to say, oh, it wasn't that bad. You sit in the pain that you've caused yourself and you analyze why it happened. Willpower. Because understanding that the next few days after you've broken a streak of an addiction or you've made a mistake for another time, this is usually appropriate for addiction, so I'll stay with that. After you've broken your streak and you've got yourself back to feeling shit again, that's the easy part. Because if you're like me and you've made a lot of progress, then you know you can go for a week or whatever, or however fucking long without it. So the first even week is the easy part because you won't feel that temptation as much. Willpower is needed for when you're a month without it. For when you're riding a wave of feeling good about yourself and your impulses, your urges are at their highest. That's when your brain will trick you. I'm the type of person where I will fall not on my worst, but at my best. Where everything is going right. That's where I'll get that uppercut from life out of nowhere. Accountability, willpower, and finally, reminders. Why? Because the human superpower is forgetting. Doesn't matter how shit you feel right now. It doesn't matter how sure of yourself you feel right now. You're going to forget about how badly you can fuck yourself up with one little mistake. And your brain will convince you that the return on investment is worth it. It will convince you again. We know this, bro. We cannot trust our brains. But it will trick us again. Remind us. Keep physical things around you. Maybe write stuff. Set your goals up. Even fucking David Goggins procrastinates. But he has reminders of why he does what he does. Gets him out for a run every day. We can use the same tactic to stop us relapsing or doing something we shouldn't. Keep an accountability buddy. Keep something in real time that is a physical reminder of the pain you would feel, of the damage you'll do to yourself. And extra step number 4, always consider your future self. Have a clear image of what you're going to be like in the future. And know that what you do today will directly affect that future self. Is your future self looking at you now and thinking, what a stupid little bitch? Or is he thinking, I'm glad that he started this path? No matter how strong your impulses are, ask, what is it going to make you into tomorrow? No matter where you are right now, however sure you are, know that you're a fool if you're sure you won't make the mistake again. You're fighting your brain, you're fighting yourself, you're fighting the urges online, the internet, you're fighting so many things. So never be sure. Be prepared to fight so many different things. Because if you're sure you won't make the mistake again, you'll be overconfident, and you will. But if you're prepared for almost making the mistake but stopping yourself, then you'll be better. Because the thing is, the stronger you get, the more you find ways to not make this mistake. There'll be other things that make you make the mistake in different ways. There are so many ways to fail. And to cover all of it can take ages. But we will do it together. I believe in you, bro. Have a great week and say less, do more.